Hello, everybody. This is Mandy at Laugh and Grackle. We have our horror today, so let's get started.
Eight of Cups reverse. Sometimes having family around is great, but in this situation, it isn't. Some people don't agree with our choices in life, and this can lead to boundaries crossed, expectations unrealized, and stifling attention. Three of Wands reverse. We might be having to deal with dependent adults in this situation. Accompanying with slim prospects in options causes disappointments and conflicts. Nine of Swords upright. This is a visual representation of the road that we have traveled, with the challenges and struggles along the way. This card talks about that this doesn't stop here. There's gonna be constant issues with worry, determination, and the courage to face those things head on. Page of Swords upright. This is the indicator that there might not be a right answer to this question. There's conflicting thoughts, actions, ideas, concepts, and conditions that can cause trouble.
Eight of Cups is talking about, usually, if it's in a upright position, you have the cohesion of the family. Having the the love, the support, the backing of the family. Well, this particular one, with it being in reverse, we aren't having that. So, the people involved aren't necessarily, okay with how everybody else, live their lives. And, there's, crossing of boundaries. There's, expectations of what they should do, and not having that done, and they're kind of being overbearing with their attention. The Three of Wands, again in reverse. We have some adults, dependent adults, in this situation, and they're kind of doing their own thing, and with things not going right, and not having a whole lot of prospects and options of doing things. There's disappointments, and then they started having conflicts because of it. The Nine of Swords is literally the visual representation of how their road has gone. Because the sword that comes down in the middle, it has gone through the first set, it's gone through the second set, and it doesn't quite go all the way through the third set. And that's the symbolization of overcoming certain obstacles in our lives and not being able to get any further. And you know, with this particular card, you know, this is a continuation of those struggles. And you know, we worry about, you know, the people that are involved, you know, how are we going to do certain things, and you know, having the determination that they're going to do what they're going to do, and you know, the courage to face these obstacles head on, and basically calling people out on their bullshit. You know, if something isn't going right, that's one thing, but it's not going right because you've done something is totally different. Now, the Page of Swords. This is all about the conflicts and, you know, what's causing it, which is the thoughts, the actions, ideas, concepts, and conditions that are causing these problems. And you know, without, you know, having the right answer for this question, you know, and when you have this kind of thing, it, you know, there's really not a real good answer for it, because, you know, you can have, you know, certain situations and stuff happen, and it's not necessarily, you know, this person's fault. And with that, you know, it's like, well, you know, this is going on with them. So do they do this or do they do that? And there's not really a good answer, because either way, you still have a problem. So that's going to be my read. And we are going to be having our cloud jumper tomorrow. And I guess I will see you guys then. Do like and shares. And I'll see you then.